playing Super Mario 64. I know I said we were never going to play the game again. The rumors of my demise are greatly exaggerated. We got it all reset here. We haven't done a PB in a while, but I do think we're knocking. 3, 2, 1, go. I know some of the Pokemon matchups.
It's me, Mario.
But they kept introducing more as well. Hey, yo, Aaron. Right at the top of the marker. Thank you, thank you.
Dear Mario, please come
Like,
to the castle.
there's some easy ones. The ones that exist on planet Earth are easy. Water beats fire. Fire beats ice. I don't know the relationship of ice and water, because in real life I couldn't tell you. What wins, ice or water? Well, I mean, ice floats on top, but the ice, you don't call it water ice unless you're in New Jersey. You call it ice water. So I don't know. The water seems like the defining element there. I don't have an answer for you. Water versus rock, I think it makes sense in a geological time scale. Water erodes rock. But then, like, I know I've gone over this a few times over the years. I always thought it was very strange how there's, like, a rock type and a ground type. It's like a coffee shop offering, like, 2 different brands of 2% milk. It's the same thing. Rocks are in the ground. If they're in the air, you got bigger problems than type matchups, let me tell you that much. Wait till you hear about flying rock. Oh, wait, that's... Okay, so rock beats flying, right? Is that correct? Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you hit a bird with a rock, the bird would suffer... It would be more injurious for the bird than it would be for the rock, unless the rock was quite brittle. In which case, it would be a ground type, I think. Okay, that's probably the worst bomb clip you're ever gonna see. Recovered? What? Flying is immune to ground? See, that doesn't make sense to me. Because if... Like, I understand that when you're flying, how could the ground hit you? But I also don't understand if they could target the move at the bird, it should at least have a small chance. Like, I understand Earthquake can hit a bird. That makes sense to me. But, like, here's an honest question for you. I feel like this is an advanced question, so I don't want to see too many, like, question marks. But man, I'm, like, a little off on the Joy-Cons today, huh? I've never even seen that corridor up there. What happens to birds during an earthquake? Like, if you had like a 7.0 on the Richter scale and they were flying, surely there's some kind of like vibration that they feel and they go like, oh shit, right? Or do they just land and like there's like a big hole in the earth? I almost fell off the edge. And they're like, what happened here? I was gone for 5 minutes. What happened here? I leave for 1 winter and you screwed my whole house up. What happens to a plane in that situation? This is the same question I'm asking. I mean, I'm assuming that like an earthquake that's severe enough has like an effect on the atmosphere in some way, like maybe it causes like a pressure change in the atmosphere or something like that. I'm not saying it would like, you know, sheer forces would cause it to like the fuselage to decouple from the tail section and then land you in 8 seasons of purgatory thanks to J.J. Abrams. I'm just saying, like, you know, would it be maybe like a little turbulence or something like that? I'm not a scientist, I don't know. Well, that's why I'm asking. Yeah, someone today, I mean, to get off of this subject, someone linked me to a TikTok today, and it said, it was a young lady, and it said, POV, you were nice to a boy in year 8, which I think is what British people call school, I believe, and now, and this is where it gets a little lewd, so I apologize, but it said, POV, you were nice to a boy in year 8, and now after you get railed, you have to watch Mario speedruns, and then she turned her phone camera around and it was a picture, well, it was a video of me. Now, I don't want to cause any consternation for her, but the video was actually, I think it was a Super Auto Pets video. So that's not a Mario speedrun. So maybe you should pay more attention to your boyfriend's interests, because it seems like you're, you know, right but wrong simultaneously. But also, I was kind of losing it because it had like 4,000 hearts on TikTok. Now, as a noted TikTok influencer, that's not omega viral, but that's like a little viral. Like, that thing might have like 100,000 views, which is, I mean, maybe that's a good sign that we're kind of in that, we've entered that range where I've just been around long enough that sometimes, even out of context, people will see like a clip of mine and be like, oh, I'm familiar with this guy. Like, I haven't watched a lot of Germa's content, just due to scheduling, I guess. But also, when the video where they're like, heartwarming man gets cochlear implant and hears for the first time in 30 years was so good. And it was like, he lost his humor, or he lost his hearing in 1996 after laughing too hard at a car explosion. I was like, man, it's so good. Anyway. Ooh, we're for being so bad, we're doing okay here. There you go, nice movement. Dude, Germa's community has some incredible second-order memes. I've probably seen more second-order Germa videos than primary source Germa content. Like, I bet I've watched 30 minutes of him doing the agility course. When they shrink him down to the size of a dog and then put him through the agility course. That was probably the first Germa thing I ever saw in my entire life, and it got me so good that I was like, this guy's hilarious. Zero frame advantage. Does he do it better than Shrek? I think it's the same, you know, rigging. I think it's just they found a green dog so that they could green screen a human being, well, whatever they wanted, because I guess Shrek is an ogre, but... Ooh. My movement doesn't feel right, man. Like, I don't feel copacetic, but it don't matter. Recovered. We are it's plus 0.0, but that was perfect. My long jump, I guess I took a long time to set up the camera. Okay, that's fine. 15 seconds, we recovered that on Bowser's movement. We're off to the races. Has NL talked about Meatloaf yet? Rip Meatloaf. I have a complicated relationship with Meatloaf. Because he made some slappers, but he was also a climate change denier. But I also sort of am just like, look, and I've said this before his death. I said, I think Meatloaf's takes on climate change are idiotic. Hey, The Guardian, please stop asking this septuagenarian rock singer what he thinks about, like, carbon dioxide emissions in the atmosphere, because he's embarrassing himself. Like, this is not his area of expertise. Like, a scientist never gives an interview to The Guardian and they're like, hey, sing an 8-minute power rock ballad about how you do anything for love, but you won't do that, right? But then as soon as the Meatloaf was given interviews, they're like, hey, what do you think about the rise in parts per million of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? And he's like, I don't know about all that, but I think it's all fucked up. And you're like, just stop asking him, man. It's not relevant. Maybe that's, yeah, he would do anything for love except compost. He won't do that. Oh, split me. Sorry. Yahoo? Where is Ja? Excellent Meatloaf impression. Look, here's why I like Meatloaf, okay? I mean, in some ways at least. I honestly, my favorite Meatloaf song is For Real, not Paradise by the Dashboard Light. I'm all about I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. I love it because it's actually like musical theater. And I think that he acknowledged that. Like, it has like a Broadway influence or an operatic influence that I admire that he swung for the fences, like with every piece of work. All right. That's a new one. That didn't feel right. I was running straight up the vertex. You are seed 10 in the Pokemon tourney? They are not familiar with me. I have been seeded. That's a suicide seed. I'm like a mild underdog round 1. Come on, man. I think I Ludwig seed 16, which is like a meme. But now that I think about it, I guess you'd rather be like seed 10, right? Because then you play against like seed 6 or something. I guess you play against seed 7, now that I think about it. But, I mean, that's better, I guess, than being seed 16 and being forced to play the world champion or whatever. Hey, well, I don't go back in here. I even kicked the door to get myself out. All right, well, you know what? That's why I was doing math in my head. Honestly, this run is not that cursed. We're down by... We're probably going to be down by about 40 seconds. I mean, it's not great, but, I mean, we've seen much more cursed runs. I guess we haven't gotten the BLJs yet. Like, for 40 seconds down versus, like, 6-minute BLJs. That's okay. I think we got to work on our mental again. I think rather than letting, you know, 7 individual data points get under my skin because they're all traveling in the same direction and indicating a trend line of mediocrity, we got to just be like, you know what? Let's just send it. Did you screw up BLJs last time? I mean, I wouldn't say I screwed up BLJs. I would say it's more like... Hello, Toad. Where are you? He doesn't appear yet. Okay, so this one goes out to the person on the subreddit who said, you gotta... If you want to save 15 seconds on Hazy Maze Cave, just hit Toad before you go and get any of the elevator clip star. Where's Toad, Drake? Where's Toad? Everybody's so damn confident until it actually plays out outside of the laboratory. I should have gotten that snipe for sure. He appears if you get red coins in Bowser. Ah, what the heck? Oh, no. Okay, we're still going. We're still pogging. It's just a little airborne. Where's Wallace? Wait, you were answering my question? I don't remember what the question was. I plead the Fifth Amendment. On the advice of my attorney, I neglect to answer the question to avoid self-incrimination. Nobody answered my question when we did races. But honestly, this is a real question. Between AGDQ and SGDQ, are the SGDQ times a little bit faster because the runner's hands are warmer? It just seems like in the summertime, they would do better. Oh, their hands could be sweaty. That's true. What if they wore, like, gloves or something like that? I mean, people are coming up with all sorts of reasons why, like, that wouldn't be the case. I don't want to know what your own, you know, fantasy is. Why don't you just show me the data? Meatloaf. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I was talking about BLJs. Oh, yeah. What I would say is that I think it's narcissistic to assume that I could either succeed or fail at BLJs. I simply hit the buttons. And then sometimes you slip into the perfect line early and you make it through the door. And sometimes you feel like you're doing things exactly the same as you've always done them. Like there, for example. Can I tell you what I did there? I tried to hold Z to do my cold world tech where I stopped my slide, but then instead I just slid. So I am merely a vessel for like the will of the universe to filter through when it comes to BLJs at least. Sorry, we'll complete this as a warm-up run. Look at that. Yeah, it's honestly, it's in the Matrix's, it's in the Matrix's hands. Mips actually cut me off. That was the worst Mips dive I've ever done in my entire life. Mips actually, I can't believe he cut me off. Ooh, excuse me? That's what you get, motherfucker. Getting clipped by Mips? Isn't Mips a rapper too? Didn't Mips rap "This Is Why I'm Hot"? That's Mims. Sorry, the card says Moops. Forget Mips clip, man. I think I had a Mims hit clip back in 2002. Good. What? You should do a Schmovement boot camp with Apollo. You have to... A lot of people don't evaluate their lives versus counterfactuals, which is what the alternatives of what the suggestion is. The counterfactual for spending a 5-hour stream practicing long jumps over and over and triple jumps and stuff like that is that it's probably 10 times easier to just quit the game and play more Vampire Survivors. So I'm gonna continue to play the game in the way that I find most fun and engaging, and if we improve, that's the idea, that's the dream. Otherwise, we're just gonna have some fun playing some Mario 64. A little bit of repetitive practice will get us there. I've been told to work on my angles here. Vampire Survivors is a little solved. I've already found myself at the point where I deliberately have to meme up the runs a little bit, but it's also heavily in early access. I got a lot of confidence that eventually, hopefully sooner rather than later, is going to get some serious, maybe some variants. Burp, 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 burp. That's not how you schmoof. Surface. Thank you. This, honestly, is the worst camera angle in the game. And we've come a long way to get to that point where we think this is the worst camera angle in the game. But, like, for some... The thing that bugs me so much about this one is that you feel like you're in, like, a big open space. I know you're in, like, a dome. But, like, why can't Lakitu move? Like, when you're in a little bit of a compromised position, and you're like, Lakitu can't move, like on Mip's clip. You're like, what the heck? Mips clip, I can't get the camera to work. You're in a tight little corridor. On the sub, I'm like, you got 10 miles around you in order to move around, but Lakitu's just like, nah, I don't think so. It's true. Lakitu, probably the original r/anti-work poster. He's done it. I don't know where I am. Okay, that was a big time save. Hold on, take me up, take me up. Yeah, then like this. It helps. Source dude just trust me. Source dude just confirm me. Did you see that Starbucks order, by the way? It got me so good. The one I was talking about yesterday. The receipt was sold. What kind of asshole orders that? Like, when people are like, hey, give me like a tall Earl Grey tea with lots of room, and then they just pour in like a shit ton of oat milk or something like that, I'm like, okay. Like, it's a bit of a scam, but like, at least you're, you know, drinking it. This thing that was like a venti coffee with 12 pumps of every kind of syrup, 12 shots of espresso, every type of milk, every type of powder. I was like, come on, man. $12 pump chump? Dude, the inflation's going crazy. It used to be a 2-pump chump. Now just to stay in the same place, you gotta do 12? That's crazy. When people earn a free drink, they go all out sometimes. Yeah, but this was not all out. This was like a malevolent... Like, nobody, no human being on Earth is actually consuming a tall cup of coffee with 36 pumps of flavor syrup and 12 shots of espresso in it. It won't even fit in the cup. Like, 12 shots of espresso is probably like 300 milliliters. Just, that's half the cup in and of itself. It's probably more than half the cup. Doing heart attack studies on mice. +2, great comment. I dreamed a dream, and now this dream has gone from me. Okay, I think a little faster. I was also being told, make sure you're... Oh, that's so close. Make sure you're only tapping it when he touches the stairs. Now, I thought I was already doing that, but maybe just that little mental form check was actually enough. And then this one, honestly, I just like to lean on the wall a little bit. And then this one's like automatic. Only 7 seconds back on that one. Okay, no Apollo posting. Reason NL sucks at the game is because he walks like this all the time. Little better, little better. Corner skip. Rainbow Road corner skip. Send me. Little double tap. Little over the corner. Zero cycle Simone. Who says no? Then... Fortnite and Cola, yippee. Single jump. Take me across. We wait for these platforms. We don't hit these. Used to work with somebody who had 12 pumps of syrup in his coffee. I mean, that is truly absurd. I don't know where I am anymore. Let's just ride the Cyclone here once. If you get like a couple sugars and a couple creams, I'm not gonna be a hater. But I think anything over like 2 or 3. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm not saying, like, you can't. Like, oh, it's not really coffee. Why don't you just, like, order a sugar? But I'm more like, I think you're gonna die. Like, that might be, like, worse for you than smoking cigarettes. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Can you just get in the pipe? Thank you. It is true that the Beastie Boys did say, I like my sugar with coffee and cream. Let's go. I will also acknowledge, though, I really don't, I just don't like dairy products in my coffee. It's not because it dilutes the coffee, I just find it has a certain milky sourness to it that I find unpleasant. Oh, come on. I really thought we were having a good Bowser there. Sour? Well, I don't know, something about, like, the milk is just... It's not that the milk is sour. It's that when it's added to the heat, it's sour. There's something about it. I mean, I think milk's defining characteristic... I don't know. You know what milk tastes like to me? Milk tastes cold. But that's clearly not fair. But I can't remember the last time I had a glass of milk, to be honest with you. This was probably in the 90s. Okay. Dude, honestly, we don't need to save that. That run was not that bad. I mean, we were 3 minutes off, which is bad. But we gotta remember, the time that we got that 23 was, like, kind of cracked. For a run that had so many things go wrong, we still had a time that was probably in, like, my top 10 ever.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you.
Calcium deficient?
Princess Toadstool.
Not in the slightest. Never broke a bone in my life. I mean, I don't know. If we were doing a tier list of, like, vitamins and minerals, there's no question vitamin C is the most overrated vitamin. Just because people think it's so important, and it is, but that leads them to prioritize consuming way too much of it, even when they almost certainly get enough from their just ambient diet. But calcium's gotta be close. Calcium has to be close to one of the most overrated. Because it's like the only mineral you hear about. Very, very rarely is somebody like, oh, you know, you're not getting enough zinc. You know, iron is obviously... Yeah, he's in here. Hey, Tomo, you wanna escape? Get ready. There might be a desk earthquake in a moment. Tomo! Tina, you fat lard, come and get your dinner. Eat! Okay, that was close. Here he comes. Here's the Tomo earthquake. Bro, you're throwing off my circadian schmoobin. He got it. We take these. Oh, thank you. Yeah, dude, I mean, you're telling, like, I'm going off, man, but, like, it's the milk lobby, and it's the orange juice lobby. What the hell? The two lobbies I find myself most pissed off with. Because they've gaslit, like, an entire generation to thinking that if you don't drink a glass of milk and orange juice with your, like, frosted flakes, that you're not healthy. Shit is crazy, dude. These orange juice lobbies, milk lobbies, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. This is the three most malevolent groups on planet Earth. I stole it from chat. I'll take your +2s, but I stole it from chat. What's the most goated vitamin? I mean, I feel like one of the B's is pretty important. Maybe all of the Bs. I also feel like vitamin D is pretty cracked. I take a vitamin D supplement. Gets a little dark and gloomy in Vancouver. I have no idea if it helps, but just because it feels like it helps, it helps. Send me. Send me. Most milk is fortified with vitamin D? Okay, well, like... I mean, I don't really have, like, a rebuttal to that, except that it seems like an admission from the milk industry that maybe it's not like an ambrosia. Maybe it's not like a, you know, nature's health food if they have to add other stuff into it. Pog me?
Here we go.
Fortify this. Found the milk lobbyist? I mean, look, milk is beloved. At least, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but at least across North America, at least across Canada and the US, right? You guys need a bit of a milk bear market. Like, as soon as you encounter a little bit of... This is not where you go. As soon as you encounter the slightest bit of milk criticism, the milk defenders don't need to log on. You got a long way to go before you're in trouble. Is, you know, like... 15% of our continent is farmland for cows. You're gonna be okay. I'm just one guy. Don't cry. You'll survive. Cheese, though? I do love a cheese. I do love a cheese. There's a lot of milk comments in chat. How did that happen? How about people with lactose intolerance? You know, what do you mean? What about it? What do you want me to say? I think I might have a little bit of lactose intolerance myself. So, like, you know, those are my people. Yeah, I'm not intolerant to anything in 2022, including lactose. Isn't there an, I can't remember if it's a sugar or an enzyme called galactose? Or am I thinking of the Fantastic Four? It's an enzyme. Let's go! It's, oh no, it's a real sugar. Let's go! It's an enzyme. Let's go. Whatever, it's real. It's not the Fantastic Four. Never should have smoked that shit, man. Now my pancreas is releasing galactus. My word. My word. 3 seconds ahead. Green splits. Oh, and the movement. Got caught a little bit of a stray on the staircase there, but that's okay. Os are sugars, ace are enzymes. Well, dude, give it up for the GOAT. KC Kasem. My man was not, he was like an enzyme of music. He was breaking it down every week on Rick D's in the Weekly Top 40. Owned. -2? I mean, honestly, it's a pretty good joke, honestly, but I'll tell you, if you want to hit me with a -2 just because you're jealous, then, like, so be it. What's your opinion on fiber? You know, I think fiber is, like, important, but also, like, anytime you have, like, anything, if you have, like, one bad poop, all the gastroenterologists with a degree from Dude Just Trust Me University are like, dude, you gotta get more fiber in your diet. Then you're like, actually, I have ulcer. I pressed the button, and I held it, actually. I'm not lying to you. You're like, actually, I have ulcerative colitis. And they're like, oh, have you tried, like, eating, I don't know, like, stop drinking orange juice and just eat an orange instead? He got it. He got it.
Here we go.
I split, but I wasn't in the right active window. Okay, okay. Yeah, just, I mean, here's my philosophy, I guess. And again, I'm not like a nutritionist, so like literally you should not be caring at all about what I'm saying. But I think any of those like micronutrients that people are like, oh, there's your problem. I'm like, nah, man. Come on. Oh, why am I so tired? Oh, you probably haven't gotten enough manganese today. No, you probably didn't sleep well last night. You stayed up until, you know, 2 a.m. watching Crunchyroll. I'm legit bad. Okay, hold on. I'm on Mario Cam like a psychopath. That, okay, saved. Your electricity saved me? Oh, why am I so tired? Oh, have you had any water today? No, it's not that. Probably something deeply wrong with me. Help. It's probably the magnesium. I just need a glass of orange juice. I think I'm a little vitamin C deficient today. 1, 2. 2 quick ones. I honestly thought you were owned. You are, but just turn-based. Look at him! "20 seconds. That hurts. I honestly, I thought we were pretty good there. We were forced. Oh, with the, you know, it was all the snow land split. Don't even sweat it. Just get a waterbed, hydrate overnight. Legit question. Anybody in chat sleep on a waterbed? You don't need to tell me no. No is the base case. It's like if I asked if there were any amphibians in chat. I'm only interested in, like, the 1% of the population that's it. Yes. I have seen a few waterbeds in my life. Certainly, like, in the early to mid-90s. Sometimes you would go to, like, you know, your uncle's house or something like that, and he would be recently divorced, and you'd be like, whoa, waterbed. And then you'd be like, oh, I'm jumping on it, it's fun. And he would be like, don't fucking jump on it, because if this shit explodes, I gotta sell my house. But then, well, I felt like I went like 15 years without seeing one. And then at the same party where Mouth choked me out until I tapped, we were at our friend's house, like his parents' house, I guess. And his parents had a waterbed in their bedroom in 2010. And I was like, what? Is the new millennium and you got like 2 middle-aged adults that are sleeping on a waterbed? It was very strange to me. But I don't think I have seen one since then. Fading a little, fading a little. You need insurance for a waterbed? It doesn't surprise me. It seems honestly like a terrible idea. I mean, you're a liquid-cooled mattress? Like, it just seems like a little insane to me. I don't know what I guess, was the idea that it, like, mimics the feeling of being on a ship? Or is it like it was good for your back? Because I thought it was like the opposite. That it was like, if you want something to be good for your back, you actually want more firmness than softness. Like, I do not like I mean, I don't like a mattress that's so hard it feels like you're sleeping on a door. I like a little bit of a firmer mattress, for sure. It's a little extra movement during couples time. Look, maybe this makes me seem like I'm like one of the pilgrims. But like, if you are buying a specific... If you need to have 2 beds if you're gonna make your master bedroom bed be optimized for intercourse. I'm not being a hater at all, but you need to have a second bed. Because you need the rest, I mean, like 98% of your time in the bed is sleeping. You should optimize your bed for the sleep, and then you're not even really compromising on the other side. Maybe you could just have like a guest bedroom or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you could just buy like a Land Rover or something. It just strikes me as, I don't know, compensating for something, I guess. You have 2 beds? No. But I've optimized my master bedroom for sleeping because I'm like a normal human being, not Wilt Chamberlain, I guess. I don't have a guest bedroom. I live in Vancouver. No! I'm going. This isn't how I go. I'm not scuttling the run on Hazy Maze Cave Elias Pettersson hockey stick, okay? Well, if I am, it's for other reasons. Okay, that hurts a great deal. Could not have gone worse. Sorry, just keep it rolling. Again, this is for strong mental. When it's at its hardest, that's when you grow strongest. To whom much is given, much is tested. Demko and Halak, both in COVID protocol. Can we just resign our next game? I don't want to see little Mikey DiPietro out there getting shellacked. Who do we even play tomorrow? I can't see Mike DiPietro suffer any more heartbreaking losses, man. Oh, split me. I'm not even supposed to be here. What am I doing? Mike DiPietro, saw him be the Canadian goalie for the World Junior team when they came to Vancouver in like 2018, 2019. I can't even remember now. Sometime in the before times. One of the most disappointing Canadian World Junior performances that they've had in my lifetime. At home, lost in the like quarterfinals to Finland. Didn't even get to play in like the bronze medal game. And you know, everybody that bought insanely overpriced tickets is like, I guess we're going to like, you know, Finland versus USA in the finals, which honestly was kind of sick. You got to see Capo Caco play. You got to see Quinn and Jack Hughes play. That was pretty cool. That Canadian team was pure ass, though. But, like, I like Michael DiPietro, but, like, there's his first heartbreaking loss. Drafted by the Vancouver Canucks, playing in the Vancouver Canucks arena. Disappoints the entire country. Not at all his fault, by the way. They lost 2-1 in overtime. Got no offensive support. Then, like, every time Michael DiPietro has been called up to play a game for the Canucks, we lose, like, 8-1. Like, the guy, he just can't catch a break. There we go. He's only the backup tonight? Who's... I didn't even know we had a fourth goalie. Who is, who's Florida, too? Oh, shit. Spencer Martin? Who the heck is Spencer Martin, man? Tampa's old backup? I follow the team, and I have no idea who this is. Is he the AHL backup? There's also no Garland, Miller, or Horvat either. Oh my god, I'm so glad we don't have tickets for tonight's game. I think. That is like resignation. You're also going up against the #1 team in the league. Look at my goalie, man. I'm going to the penalty box. Oh, come on. But I feel like, I'm sure like a lot of NHL fans probably feel like this. A lot of sports fans in general. But, okay. I feel like the Canucks, when you think that the team's going to get their ass beat, they actually come out and lose like 5-4. And you're like, wow, we put up like a real effort there. And then when you think you're gonna, when you play against like the Senators or something, the Kraken, you're like, we're gonna smoke them. And then you're like, what the heck, we lost 6-2? I go by Cammy. See, I can read. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions, by the way. Thank you. Oh no, oh no. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it's twisted because, like, I do feel like the Canucks played down to their competition, but I also feel like the other side of that is, that's a good recovery, that's good to know, that we're also ass. So, like, I always think, like, man, if you just tried this game, like, if you just put the same effort out there, you know, against the Senators that you put up against Tampa Bay, you would have crushed them. But then I'm like, as like a statistically minded individual, I'm pretty sure that what's more likely is that you're just about on the Senators' level, maybe with a little bit of extra voltage. But every once in a while, you play well against a good team and trick me. Which individuals are not statistically minded? I don't know, probably like 95% of Earth's population, in my opinion. Source dude, just trust me, but still, you get the idea. As long as you add a little preamble, which is that I don't know what I'm talking about, you can say all sorts of, like, you know, ignorant stuff that's just coming off the top of the dome piece. Dan, for sure, his Nuzlocke has some unhinged statistics talk. Some of Daniel's statistics and probability, he's definitely putting sauce on it. But I also do think that he is superstitious rather than statistically analytical. Let's put it that way. Okay, hold on. I dreamed a dream, and now that dream has gone from me. First, get set up, though. Look, Morpheus dead in his soul. That was just a bad angle. Better angle. Okay, we're not even catching here. We caught there, but then we busted out of it. I will say there was a Nintendo Switch update. Obviously, we BLJ'd... I don't think we're in here, but we'll try for a second. I know they didn't patch it, because we've already made it through. But, for a second, I was like, maybe they did. That's in. That's in. That's in. I'm fucking in. You're fucking out. Banjo-Kazooie next stream? Nope. No chance. No chance. Not a shot. Hell no. What's next? A license to make toast in my own damn toaster? Cursed camera? Or is it? Or is it? He's speeding up! Okay, a little cursed. There you go. I actually just had to relax for a second there. Paulo posting. Paulo posting. Reason NL can never get a sub 23 is because he walks like this. Incredible. Tony. Tony. I don't know where the level is. Just walk. You can just walk over it. Zero Cycle Simone. Butterscotch Alley. Fortnite and Cola Skip. Whoa! Okay. That's all we needed. A moral victory. I didn't know you could, like, jump, dive over, and keep your momentum up on that thing. Dude, I don't need a coach in Super Mario 64. I need, like, a priest. No, that's not true. I definitely just need a coach. Kind of a funny sentiment, though. When you think about it. Good jump, good jump. We're in. Bomb clip me. Can you bomb clip straight into Bowser's hole with that one? I know, it's Bob, okay? Can you, the pipe, I mean, Bowser's pipe. Can't bob me for that one. Force majeure, an act of God, compressed Mario to the size of a single atom. Oh, dude, the throws have been kind of on today. Not that one, but that one was just a setup throw. I wouldn't expect you to understand it. Bowser kind of dumb for including the bombs a third time is actually kind of true. Like, why didn't he just not include the bombs? The man would have been invincible. Like, obviously he doesn't take any fall damage. He's gonna rush me. Go ahead, rush me, you piece. Uh-oh. I don't want to be here. I can do this. Tight circles, tight circles. Who needs a waterbed? Oh, it's not even close. What a rush. Look at this clutchness. You already know I'm getting there on an imperfect line. Two slow ones. Remember when we used to be so bad? I mean, like, no comment right now. But remember when we used to be so bad that Bowser would do his fire attack and then I would have to wait for the smoke to disappear? What a world. That was 3 weeks ago? Lemon, it's Tuesday. Okay, a very decent, similar run, but we gotta obviously up our perfection. And we're just gonna run it back, man. I even threw a clandestine / marker in there.